All right. So, we watched Caitlin Clark's debut yesterday. Not the greatest stat line. But on an off game, still managed 20 points. Efficient from the free throw line. I believe she was 6 for 6. And I think she was like 4 for 11 from three-point range. So she's going to get it. Got roughed up a little bit. But, you know, veterans don't like people that come in and make a lot of noise. NBA did it for LeBron. The NBA did it for MJ. And I think she's going to be one of the all-time greats if she stays healthy. And if the Fever can build around her. She has a really good shot. But we shall see. Anywho, going over to the men's side. I am done with the Celtics and the Cavs. The Cavs have just given up on the series. No Jared Allen. No Karis LeVert. No Donovan Mitchell. They are down 3-1. It's over. It's over. We move on. Knicks went up 3-2 yesterday against the Pacers and returned a 30-point smackdown that the Pacers gave them in Game 4 with one of their own in Game 5, which is weird because the first 3 games were all close, so we'll see what happens in Game 6. I do think the Knicks will close it out in Game 6. A lot of momentum on their back. And even beyond that, the Pacers are probably questioning themselves and are demoralized. And there's no short break in between games. There's actually an extra day, which is going to help the shorthanded Knicks rest, recover, you know, ice baths, sauna, be really fresh for Game 6. And they know it's a short turnaround for Game 7. They don't want to go through that again. So they're going to go out and they're going to win Game 6. And nobody's won on the road in this series. This series that we're going to play right now, the T-Wolves and the Nuggets, nobody had won at home until the Nuggets won Game 5 at home. So they're up 3-2. The T-Wolves are on the ropes. They came out swinging like Mike Tyson against Buster Douglas. And Buster Douglas ended up winning later on because he survived the onslaught with the stamina. So I think that's what's happening here. This is championship pedigree. Let's just start the game. This is championship pedigree at its finest. Rudy T, not my favorite person of all time, said it best. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. And the Nuggets are showing you you're going to have to kill them to take that championship trophy away from them. They have put everybody on notice if and when they move on from this series. And there's a potential the T-Wolves could win Game 6, depending on Mike Conley, because he's iffy for Game 6. We left him in because he's iffy. But the Nuggets are showing everybody, if they win this series, and as they suspected, I think they're gonna beat whoever comes out of OKC and Dallas. I don't see anybody else beating them. So we're gonna play with the T-Wolves. We did not have a good game with them last time. I shot around a little bit for like 5 minutes with Anthony Edwards, and I think I shot with Cat. But it's going to be hard pressed for this team, especially if Conley doesn't play, to do much. Wow, 8 to 2 months. Good Lord. So we'll see what happens. OKC and Dallas will be our next game, more than likely. That series is 2-2. It's looking like an Eastern Conference final between the Celtics and the Knicks so far. That is the betting favorite. And we're going to see, if possible, to get done, which is going to be great for the league. Knicks in Boston is big money Eastern Conference Finals. And frankly, the Pacers don't have the heart or the chance to beat the Celtics. They don't play hard enough. So we'll see. Rudy Gobert got absolutely lit up on ESPN and TNT about his lackluster defense against the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. So we'll see if he can do anything.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Jokic.
To slow him down.
Gordon against Towns.
Somebody said something interesting. I do believe it was Austin Rivers. I have to kind of visualize him to remember his name. But I think Gobert had a really good offensive game.
Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple.
you know, he had a good offensive game, and he wasn't really matched up with the Joker all night, so I don't know why he got cooked so badly. But, you know, he's limited in his size and his frame. You know his liabilities, and it's not like the Joker is a bum. This is the 3-time MVP, just won the last one.
There's the three.
What?
And it's Porter with the ball for Denver. ACL injuries are always a scary thing in this league.
So I think he got unfairly criticized, and the Joker was making tough shots. Tough shots. I mean, tough shots.
And was able to make a strong return to the court.
Here's Towns. Perfect night so far.
All right.
2 for 2.
The warm-up helped out a little bit.
Top of just about any defense right there delivers a nice.
We played last time with the Nuggets, and this was before they even won a game, and I specified that
It's blocked by Gobert.
Jamal had to get back in his bag if they had a chance. And get back in his bag, he did. Oh my God, bully ball. I don't make that layup with almost anybody else in this game other than Anthony Edwards.
Murray against Conley. Lets it go.
Give me that.
14.
Screwed up. I shouldn't have passed it back.
Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. Ooh, and he took a hard foul.
Wow, he grabbed my
He'll
hand,
head to
bum.
the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Well, Clark, we know Anthony Edwards is a great hooper.
And, you know, Anthony Edwards has to be given a lot of credit here. He had a 44-point game, really good efficiency. I didn't get to see his true shooting or his net rating, but he played really well. But he was alone. Nobody really helped him. I don't know what's going on with Jaden McDaniels.
Towns finds Edwards. McDaniels with it.
But we'll see if somebody else can step up other than Edwards.
Clock at 6. McDaniels from long range.
All right, well, we got one. We didn't get the last one. Their three-point shot and Jaden McDaniels' offense are important. They need Jaden as a third. I think they're going to focus on that all year in terms of making sure that Jaden McDaniels' offense catches up. That's what Jaden has to focus and work on this offseason.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels.
Let's go. All right, we're playing a lot better than we did last time. A good start to the game is really going to help the T-Wolves, as it helps anybody. Whoever wins the beginning, the first few minutes, more than likely wins, you know, not all the time. You know, it didn't happen with Dallas and OKC, but it does happen most of the time. You know, this has been a very interesting playoff. The old guard has kind of shifted. Seems like we're in the reign of the Joker. I mean, I feel like if they win this series, I don't see anybody beating them to get back to the championship. They're going to understand to start early. They're not going to wait to be down 0-2 again. I think they're going to start on the road against, well, I know they're going to start on the road against OKC, and they should be able to take one, if not both of those games. When you're talking about Dallas, they start in Denver. I think they'll beat Dallas both times in Denver.
Gobert with a screen on Jackson. The open shot by Edwards. Again, the Timberwolves score.
I'm hitting my midi. I'm hitting my three-point shot. Their shooting is what needs to step up. Because they came out smoking those first two games.
No points so far. Porter's shot is off.
And I think even using Mike Conley as a decoy would be beneficial for Minnesota.
Towns passes to McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Towns.
Little overpassing here.
Screen on Gordon. Now Gobert.
All right, well, we got a foul here. It's kind of hard to play with this team because of the fact that they have such large bigs. Wow, his shot is fast.
I mean, his height and reach give him some significant advantages.
There's some cruel energy when it comes to free throws.
Player of the Year awards just because you're tall and long. You got to have some toughness. You got to have some anticipation and timing.
I pressed jump with Gobert
to get down and dirty.
I don't know what
With
happened.
maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options.
Give me that.
Finds a teammate who's got
You know, Anthony Edwards, when they were interviewing him about the Joker, seemed almost reserved. Like he had, like, he was still smiling, so I don't think his spirit was broken.
Against Conley.
But he's like, kind of like that meme with Caitlin Clark being guarded by that blonde in the, I think in the championship or in the semifinals. I can't remember her name.
8-7 run.
And she just put her hands up, like shrugged.
Inside. Kicks it out Towns. Goes up from the top of the key. And again,
Oh, we are on fire.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see
I'm
if
getting whatever shot I want.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early.
And they got to get back to their defensive chops, the T-Wolves do.
They are landing some haymakers now.
They cannot let Joker do whatever he wants. Joker had almost a perfect stat line.
He loses composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
now here's Edwards. Give him 8 points now. And Jamal
Yeah, they're just reaching and fouling and reaching and fouling.
Reed's checked in.
Who do they put in?
Anderson comes
Monte
in.
Morris was major without Mike Conley, and I think he'll be major if Conley is out again.
Morris in for Conley. Now here's Morris. An open look for Reed. Count it. And it's
Wow.
Morris with the assist.
A three-point shooter doesn't flash to the three-point line even when he's open. So we just got to take what we get.
want to get the ball to the guys who
His
make
defense is playing the way it played the first 2 games now.
Keep the pressure on him.
I couldn't do this the last time.
Pass to Porter. 4-3. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far.
Let's go.
Oh, by Towns.
Shout out Braun. He has really grown as a player in this series. It was remarkable. His three-point shot is money. He's able to finish in transition. This kid is going to get money. I can't say he's going to get a bank
Here's Brown.
or the bag. He'll get a little bag.
To Jackson.
I think with his two-way play and his ability to knock down shots
From outside.
and championship pedigree,
Bounded by the
I think he's a $15 million player a year.
seconds left to play in the first.
People think I'm crazy maybe, but
Porter defending. Reed for 3. And
God, good Lord.
again from deep.
that's what they want to
What
do.
a start. If the T-Wolves get this start,
Denver has gone just 1 of 6.
they still may lose. No, I'm kidding. They need a good start to have a shot,
Way to get back on
to
track.
get off the nerves
Passes to Porter.
and let their defense take over
Is up and in.
when the Nuggets eventually make their run, like break their spirit.
Even with the D.
I think the Nuggets are so confident right now.
Gets it to go
I'm not even sure if you could break their spirit.
concentration.
And they pick
And
up
one.
2. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
I thought I did pick and pop. That would have been an open 3.
He'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks.
It'd be nice if they switch it in 2K that you can switch depending on what the situation is.
Bucket.
And challenging the defense inside, Jackson with no fear.
I love Nas Reed.
Now Morris. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Towns.
Yeah, that 2-man game between Towns and Nas Reed is deadly.
Here's Reed. The 3 ball. Doesn't go for him. And a double-digit lead. Catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Wow.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor. To this
I
point.
completely okey-doked them.
High tops or track shoes?
You know, I like that they prepare for one and you can do the opposite,
With Kyle Anderson.
and the computer cannot
Shaquille
adjust.
Alexander Walker. And it's Morris in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
My free throw shooting has been
Confidence matters for a
just
player.
absolute
It can make all the difference.
dumpster fire garbage. I don't know what's been going on with me.
What's going on in your own head? Because you're in your head.
All right, now they're going to start hitting magic shots, even though they won't give me open ones. Okay. Okay.
Coaches, I don't necessarily know if they can give players.
I'm kind of worried about this bench
I think they can
from a
take
Minnesota
it away.
fan's perspective
Making sure players are confident
because
part of a coach's job, I think.
they've just not been the best.
Back to Anderson.
Oh, right. Well,
Anderson.
He's been playing
they need
great
major
unselfish
bench production. They need to be able to beat, at least beat Denver's bench when you guys go against each other.
Room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And there's the screen.
Looks like Thibodeau is going to get a contract extension, much earned.
And it's Watson.
He was close at getting fired one year. The year that the Knicks didn't make the playoffs, he was going to get fired.
Drives in. Oh, and
Ooh, let's go.
Edwards got 10.
And he even mentioned it to a close friend or a family member that he thought the axe was coming any moment. But, you know, I think at the time, from what I remember,
By Edwards. Brown passes to Najee.
Leon Rose didn't want to fire him because as a GM and as a president of basketball operations,
Here's Morris.
the minute you fire
For him. Sinking
a coach, the owner will give you one firing,
the Nuggets have got 2
you know,
or 3
with no
shots to
issue.
go in the second.
But he won't give you another one because he'll be like, okay, then why are you picking these coaches that you keep firing, wasting my money? So he held on for his own self-preservation, hoping
23 playoffs, Clark. The Timberwolves
that he would be able to turn things around or they could make a trade or whatever.
Would elevate them higher. But this is a team that
I cannot shoot with him.
more.
You have, I think I've hit one shot with slow-mo.
Tweaking the roster.
You have to hold the shot, I feel like 20 seconds, and it's so unnerving when you're standing there.
He said, quote, I am the most confident person in the
It's just
world.
unnerving
I
holding a
always
shot
felt
that
like I'm
long.
the best at everything I did. Coach Finch said, quote, he
It's
is
just not
super
normal.
confident, he's real and he's genuine. A lot of guys have a confidence that hides in insecurity. He is
Can you
not
fix
that.
your shot,
He
slow-mo?
knows who he is
Thanks.
as a person and as a player.
Look at how fast he jumped up.
Great point. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Anderson. Back to Morris. And
Wow.
Morris
I think the jumping caused an issue here. DeAndre Jordan is not in the rotation.
What to discuss.
and the Timberwolves making a change here. McLaughlin's
The
checked in.
Celtics
Jordan's checked in
have
for the
kind of
Nuggets.
sleepwalked through the first 2 rounds. They've not had to fight for anything, while the Knicks have had the toughest, in my opinion. They started with
That's a shot he'd like
a
to
Philadelphia team that obviously Embiid was injured, but he was still playing at a high level. It wasn't like he was a bum out there.
On the wing, Alexander Walker.
Neil Alexander Walker needs to play more.
Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. And it's McLaughlin.
How?
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight.
Did not slow up on that shot.
To find a spark here.
Yes,
But,
indeed.
you know,
Rough stretch
the Knicks showed
offensively.
patience.
Really using
Leon Rose showed patience. Even though I think it was for more his own self-preservation, they showed patience, and now it's paying off dividends. The Heat
The Timberwolves have got 3
have had Spoelstra for a long time. The Warriors with Steve Kerr.
McLaughlin. Outside, Anderson.
You know, it pays to have stability in your organization.
Screen. To stop the drought. And it's laid
Oh,
in
man.
by Anderson.
They were so worried about Nas Reed that they kind of
Score in the NBA,
hedged back, and I saw that.
need to make tough choices.
And now, you know, Tibbs is going to get probably about $10 million a year, 4 or 5 year deal to come back. He'll probably be able to retire.
Minnesota, they've gone 4
I mean, there was an interesting article in ESPN about his personal life
Edwards with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Pass to Anderson.
and that he gave up a marriage.
Edwards. Anderson with a screen on Porter. Here's Edwards.
He gave up a marriage
Deep drills it.
because he knew that he couldn't commit to it.
Points in the quarter. Group got
He knew he couldn't commit. He knew his first love was basketball. And you know, honestly, I'm kind of envious of him because I wish I would have put all my focus and all my attention on the thing that I love, or whatever it is, which is any kind of art or, you know, media, whatever it is, creating something. And I found that medium, you know, in film and television and stuff of this nature.
Towns a screen on Murray.
And
Towns.
I think, you know, you could be with somebody.
Back to Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker.
You could be with somebody that would understand you and understand your passion, but a lot of times it's never that, you know.
McDaniels a screen on Caldwell Pope.
Wow, right in his mug. And so I give a lot of credit to Tibbs and other people that put
Some exciting stuff.
whatever their life passion is first before a relationship. That shit, you know, I think it's depending on what you value the most.
Well, you said it. The key
All right.
words there on the floor. I I'm sure
Some people value, you know, having kids and a family above their own happiness. They think that is the most important thing for them.
Towns passes to Alexander Walker.
Yeah, and see what happens now is now Cat is doing well, Edwards is doing well, so now the others are getting open shots. They haven't hit much yet, but you know that's my bad situation. But you definitely want other people to get going. Now they have Joker going, and pretty soon I may have to double him.
soft stroke, especially from this in-between area.
How did he get over there, bro?
Alexander Walker. He's scoreless. Towns on a screen. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot is up.
Oh my God! Come on, bro.
The Nuggets have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Murray from outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5.
I don't know. They just put Ant in,
Here's Towns.
and they took him
There's the
out.
whistle on the shot. So 2
That made no sense. What are you gonna put him in for 20 seconds for?
It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Man, what a tough free throw shot. It is long-winded.
This, I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
Gordon, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Jamal Murray. And what separates the Nuggets on offense is their efficiency.
Hell no.
You're right on it, BA. You rarely see them take bad shots. I mean, they are a well-oiled offensive machine, adamant about getting quality shots on a consistent basis.
Could not get a shot with Connolly.
Three-pointer. Always a
Finally.
nice way to start. Makes his
He's so
first
short. It's hard to get his shot up.
Conley can be a volume scorer from the arc.
Conley's gonna be major tomorrow. He's gonna be absolutely major. He has to play. I think he has a sore Achilles, so you don't want to mess with that. He's 35, but
shot, no good.
I think a consideration if they lose this series is getting a really capable, young-ish backup for Connolly. Show him the ropes, because I think Connolly next year may have to be a bench player, even though he's very efficient.
Conley looking for an opening. Three-pointer off the
Damn, I
mark.
could not. Wanted to get a 2-for-1.
Defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Gobert passes to McDaniels. Now Towns. The shot. It's wide left.
I shot that way too early. I thought I had less time. That's my bad.
Hope against Conley. They set the pick. Pass to Jokic.
Give me that. Solid first half. Solid. You know, that first half was
A lot of offense.
T-Wolves' identity.
Likes it.
And
Defense,
come at him a few different ways
good jump shooting.
Nothing has slowed him down.
There wasn't many dunks in that first half.
Gordon and Jokic, the
I wasn't really attacking the paint like that. It was just hitting the middies, man. Colbert played well.
Murray in at the 1. Now here's Murray.
Oh my God.
You know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting.
I like faked contact, man. I was gonna block that shot.
I like the way he's developing as a playmaker too.
Well, Chris Finch has done a nice job.
Yeah, this goes to game 7. I fully expect the Nuggets to win it. I don't expect them to lose.
That's pretty good observation, BA. I mean, there's no doubting Anthony Edwards.
I'm not sure if the T-Wolves are ready yet.
One of the better players of this era, I would think.
What was that by the Joker? Whatever.
He can't do it alone.
Whatever works for me.
Conley loves to get into the lane using his quickness.
Got a
and
plus 12 here with Conley.
athleticism right there.
Conley's so important. He keeps everybody calm.
Outside.
He's so smart. Good three-point shooter, heady point guard. Gets them in their sets. As good as anybody in the league. Everybody in the NBA respects this guy. Wow.
Assisting on
How
the
do you
play
get
was
caught
Gordon.
on that pick and don't know how to get around it?
Himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Edwards. The whistle blows. It's gonna
Over
be
the
on
back.
Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound.
I wonder if there's a swim move that I can use.
I agree, and you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
McDaniels
And one.
is good. McDaniels got 7 points.
When you're playing on 2K camera mode, you don't know your orientation because it switches every time you switch the court. So up is down, down is switches to up and down. You know what I'm talking about. It flips every time the orientation switch. So I didn't know when the camera was going to switch. That's why I couldn't go straight.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going.
Picked by Gobert. Conley passes to Edwards. He Takes it in.
And one.
6 for 6. He is cooking.
Wow, 6 for 6.
Once Edwards flips
He would
that
never be
switch, he
this
stays
passive.
fully engaged. His offensive
I'm just trying to get others involved. I think this is what Edwards has to understand.
And it's good. Fought through contact.
Your guys have to catch your rhythm. If you're hot
To the line.
and nobody else can get into a rhythm, it doesn't matter.
Their chemistry on the court is obvious.
Yeah, BA, the pieces just fit and fit quite nicely. Give a lot of credit to the front office, doing a good job drafting.
And I think Kobe and Mike, in terms of they've been comparing him. Moronic media have been trying to downgrade him, calling him Dwayne Wade. And no disrespect to Dwayne Wade. I think Dwayne Wade arguably is top 3 of all time shooting guards. I'm not saying that, but you know Kobe and Mike are rated a little bit higher. So they're saying basically that he's second tier. He'll be in the Dwayne class rather than the Mike MJ class, Mike Kobe class. And there's no disrespect, but I think Anthony Edwards, his ceiling is Mike and Kobe. I don't care what anybody says.
Off target with the 3.
But he has to win number 1,
5 of 6 shots.
and and he has to win multiple.
Right side McDaniels.
Ah.
With the steal. And
Yo, I've had more like personal steals than I can remember.
Jokic grabs the board.
3 personal steals.
Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Gordon outside. Puts it up from 12.
I definitely think you got to make Gordon beat you like they did that one of those games where he shot 14 for 15.
Edwards with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Elbow shot. Here's Gobert.
You got those offensive rebounds. I don't know how I missed that midi. That was a perfect meter, wide open, and they let me miss it.
Deep here in the 3rd.
Wow, I'm absolutely cooking them. I don't know what's going on with their offense.
Caldwell Pope against Edwards. Murray passes to Gordon.
I can't wait till they develop, and this is going to happen probably within the next year. Not even 2 years, not 3 years, within the next year. You're going to be able to play avatars of people,
Here's Edwards.
and maybe even yourself. So the way I like to run pick and roll and spread the floor and have more of a motion offense, I will be able to play my own avatar, and your avatar can stay up, and other players can play your avatar, and you could accumulate a record going against everybody around the world. So I think it'll be a more accurate representation of who the best player in 2K in the world is, because you obviously can never play everybody all the time, and they'll have like a ranking on an avatar. Like your avatar will have a certain ranking. Look at Conley, man.
Conley's got 7 points.
It's a bad man.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop.
Only got 7 points, and he's been so impactful for me.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They're searching for a way to score.
Yo, if the Nuggets win, and the T-Wolves had not lost
The Timberwolves
3 in a row all year until the Nuggets did it to them.
so far in the 3rd. Edwards finds McDaniels. Ooh, the lead pass.
And if they obviously lose 4, that is such a indictment of every talking media head who said that the Nuggets were done.
Here's Jokic.
You never doubt, or you always give a champion the benefit of the doubt. Unless it's 3-0. I think 3-0 is a nail in the coffin. It's hard to imagine someone coming down back from that, but
Edwards has got 10 points here in the second half.
and myself included, because I said in one of my videos, Cancun bound. I mean, I think I watched everything else, but I'm not getting paid for my opinions. I can be completely wrong and be fine. Whoa, nice 3. But the fact that everybody was wrong on the Nuggets was crazy.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 22. Inside, Towns.
Yo, I straight up put him in a washing machine.
That's just a difficult
And that was the difference between this game and the last game that I played with the T-Wolves. I could not get Cat going for the life of me.
A minute 53 left in the 3rd quarter here.
Good shot.
Jokic, no good.
I think he's gone.
Joker's been on the wraps.
Nothing is hitting.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And 1. Let's go.
On his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, he may not be a flashy player.
Why does he shoot so fast on the free throw line? Keep forgetting that.
understands how to play. You hear that?
God.
It's about IQ. It's about feel, understanding. Gets it done at both ends.
T-Wolves are going to have to make some major restructuring and I think moves because they're going to be in that second apron and they're not going to be able to do anything to add to this team. We'll see what happens with the ownership groups because depending on if it's Glenn Taylor or A-Rod led group, it's going to be very difficult for them to move on
18 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops.
without determining what direction they want to go in.
Just continuing to pile it on.
Because Cat's salary or Gobert's salary has to go so that they can stay under the apron. But that's basically a salary dump for a team that was competing for a championship, and you don't want to do that. I mean, Naz Reid, and there's benefits to both. You can keep Naz Reid, and he can kind of give you similar production to Cat. He's not an all-star like Cat is. He's a better defender, but very similar qualities. Or you get rid of Gobert, and you lose your stifled tower, and you lose your little bit of your defensive identity. So, you know, I'm not envious of the Minnesota situation. I think it's a very tenuous situation. You know, obviously, besides the litigation that they're going to have to go through.
And here's Reid. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Naz Reid is money from downtown. Absolute money.
These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And it's Jackson's responsibility to find his open teammates in a terrific dime there.
Morris passes to Alexander Walker.
Good defense by whomever.
Denver's gone 4.
I completely forgot. I thought it was the end of the game.
Percentage in the third quarter. Porter's shot is off.
Still got a shot here.
On the wing, Alexander Walker.
You messed up. You reach, I teach.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
That is super.
He's had a really good series. He's going to get money. I think they lose him.
Jackson for three. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid.
We are in the midst of garbage time.
In at small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Anderson inside. Pass to Morris. To the right side. Here's Reid. They set the screen.
Naz Reid got some handle on him, though.
And he drains it.
I've been watching him do his little dribble packages. Dude got nice crossover, very confident in his handle.
Najee set to screen. Murray, no
Look at that.
good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Morris for three. Buries
Oh,
for three.
and fouled. Hard shot.
You really have to stay connected to him at all
Monte's a pro's pro. Started his career in Denver. There's that meme I saw today, that famous meme of him looking at the Joker saucy. But I think, listen, you don't know what's going on in his head. Don't mean anything. I don't know why everybody is always trying to out somebody. I'm not saying that he's in anything, in or out. It's his business, but relax.
Morris finds Reid. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off.
Give me that.
A slam dunk by Reid.
Wow. What would this do to the series? A 30-point beating
Here's Watson.
heading into Denver. Will Denver be able to mentally throw the game away? They did nothing. I kept Joker in check. I started early and I kept the pressure on.
Shot comes out.
They just got to make their shots and make stops. Stops and shots.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Caldwell Pope.
Yo, they got to start doubling Naz Reid.
Lineup. Morris passes to Reid. He gets it.
Look at that. Should have doubled early.
Really going at him out there.
That's a delay of game.
It makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Reid against Murray.
Come on, throw in the towel. Why is Jamal Murray still out there?
The Nuggets need to get
Payne Watson's been kind of dead in this series.
Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Anderson can't get it to go.
Good deed, good D, whatever, whatever.
To fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Murray for 3. He drops it from range. Murray's got 10 points in
lead cut to 32. Good job.
Murray already a capable shooter from deep. I think the more shots he takes like this, the better he'll become at it.
I wonder, obviously never gonna do this, but if I were to become like a famous like criminal, like worldwide famous, I committed some crazy crime or something, there would have to be some FBI, CIA, NSA, somebody that would have to review every one of my videos to see if they saw a warning, to get a psychological profile. So that would be crazy.
Morris passes to Alexander Walker.
They slowed the pass so that the computer can get a chance to catch up. Lebu.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope with the handles to take advantage of his foot speed.
And here's Morris. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays.
Why are they putting stars back in, man?
Hard to argue against the call.
It's 4 minutes to go. I'm not giving up a 30-point lead in 4 minutes. It's not happening. Especially as slow as the computer plays.
They get it back.
Second chance points are
How is Kyle Anderson cold? I haven't even been shooting with him that much. McLaughlin hasn't played a lot in this series. Good defensive point guard.
Pass to Anderson. Now
Oh my
here's Reed.
God. I was trying to pass it to Reed.
Back to Warren. And he floats it in for the
TJ Warren,
Credit the
a
sweet
bench
setup.
warmer who once scored 50 in a game. It was in the bubble where he scored 50.
Perfectly positioned to knock it down.
The bubble really showcased a lot of unique players. I feel the lack of fans. You know, I think that saved Julius Randle's career in New York because he couldn't get booed anymore. So he had a chance to get into rhythm. And they basically called him a bubble all-star or a COVID all-star because he had his first breakout year during the COVID year. And they were like, let's see you repeat it when there's fans. And that year after, he actually played pretty bad as well. But then after that, he played well. So he's had 2 out of 4 all-star, all-NBA years and then 2 so-so years. But he's no longer the head of the snake. You know, he will admit it. Everybody in New York knows it.
That there's more places to shoot than beyond the arc.
It's scooped up. Pass to Moore. The 3 is up. Knocks it down. From
Finally.
distance. Moore's got his first 3 points.
I don't know who Moore is, but you just hit a 3. Oh, they didn't score any points, man. This feels like Minnesota game 1, game 2.
Back to Murray. Uses the glass on the layup.
You are not making a dance down 29.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Reed a screen on Murray. McLaughlin pass to Alexander Walker. And
Another one.
from Minnesota.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen.
I should play a game and I'm only allowed to take 3-pointers. That'd be interesting to see if I could win.
Here's Murray. Oh, the teardrop.
Nice teardrop there.
Murray's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Using the soft touch, Murray rainbows it up and down.
McLaughlin pass to Moore. Right wing. Pulls up. Denver grabs the miss. Pass to Murray. There's the triple. Minnesota with a rebound. Reed's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Murray. And it's McLaughlin missing.
And the shooter had very little.
I don't think I've ever won a game by 40. I don't think so. That's crazy. Knicks Pacers back-to-back 30-point losses.
This one was never really
And I got my first 30-point, 30-ish, because we don't know how it's going to end. They still got their starters in. like a bunch of bums.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
I hate his shot.
So impressed
The
with his
worst
performance today.
shooting
He was
stroke
confident,
in
he
this
was
game
composed,
is
and
by
the
far
defense
Kyle
just
Anderson.
didn't know how to
You have to
adjust.
hold it for a 10 count before you release it.
Pass to Najee. Alexander Walker grabs a board. And the Timberwolves with possession. Reed sets a screen. Outside Anderson. And here's Reed. Back to Anderson. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. Porter the pass to Murray. Jokic the screen. Murray no good.
Hey. All right. Win by 30. Everybody that watches this stream gets a free order of chicken nuggets from
Pass
Chick-fil-A.
to McLaughlin.
If you see me.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here.
Just have to comment free chicken nuggets in the comments.
Confidence operating
And I will buy you an
flawlessly.
order of chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
And the
But you gotta see me.
energy in this building
And you have to
was
have commented. And you have to be subscribed to my YouTube and my Twitch.
It was fun to see how it all came together.
That's the deal.
With Karl Anthony Towns,
And only
Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in
the
getting
first
win here
100
tonight?
people can take that offer. I'm not going bankrupt on Chick-fil-A.
Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. So long, everybody.
Wow, Anthony Edwards, 10 for 11. That is just absolutely insane. He was just lifted. It is so easy to play with him in this game. It is so easy to play with him. Nobody just stood out. Just the shooting was crazy. I've never had a shooting performance like this. The top 3 players all hit 7 field goals on more than 70%. That has to be a record. Practicing with Cat, I really got into a rhythm with him. Nas Reed is something else. Look at that double-double. I would love him on the Knicks. I would give up Julius Randle for him. I think he's the perfect fit in New York. I know he loves Minnesota, though. He don't want to go anywhere, but God, I love Nas Reed so much. Man, defensive, low ego, spreads the floor, can do rim protection. You can play him in a big lineup, in a small lineup. I think I would give up 4 draft picks for him, 4 first-round picks. I think he's that good. But yeah, this is what the T-Wolves need if they want any hope. They got to start out early. They got to get back to their defensive roots. But I think, honestly, Denver's going to win this, whether it's 6 or 7, it doesn't matter. Because I think they got scared straight. I think those first 2 games, and everybody was talking crap, and the coach lit into them and showed them the talking heads saying that they were not going to do anything. Like, it was embarrassing, and that's what Malone felt that they needed. This guy's a guy from Queens. He was very smart with that. Jaden McDaniels has to step up, be a threat offensively, and they'll have a shot at going to Game 7, but we'll see. This has been a violent turn of events in this series. It has been back and forth. It has been the most interesting and just crazy series. Sorry for all the bettors, because people have lost their house on this series, but it's been absolutely insane. Anywho, we're going to watch this series about an hour. It is going to be very interesting to see who wins. And then we didn't care about the Celtics Cavs. That is just an absolute joke. Anywho, I will see you on the next one.